Hi everybody, Richard from Southeast Studios here. Little bit about myself. This is my first video on this page. I am, I guess you would call a hobby class game designer, game developer. Playing with Unreal Engine for probably about 6 years now, since you guys came out. This is a tutorial for the login system that everybody's been hunting for. I'm going to give a shout out to the Sparkfire guys that initially set it up on the forums way back in 4.11, I believe. But unfortunately, downloading their project files, it came in scrambled. A whole bunch of errors came up. It just wasn't working. So I took the time and I refabbed it so it works for now. 4.15.3 is, I think, what the current one is. Just to give you guys, just to show you guys that that's the current one that I'm working on here. I'll bring this in here, pull it full screen, and now, yeah. So let's get right into it. First things first, you're gonna need the VaRest or VaRest plugin installed, and you can find that in the marketplace. My computer, you're gonna have to bear with me here, it is extremely slow. I'm just running on a laptop at the moment, and it's got a graphics card issue, so sometimes you'll see static going across the screen just randomly. Don't mind that. Anyway, let's see. So VaRest, VaRest. So I downloaded this plugin already. As you can see, you just go to this plugin, you download it, you install it, and you start your project. Now I got my Zoms MMO is the one I've been doing on, working on. I'm working on this Tour RC thing, and I haven't seen anything about making a remote control style racing game on Unreal Engine ever. So if you guys want to know anything about it, it's actually pretty sweet. It's a lot of fun, and it's just started out. I probably got maybe 3 months into it. Anyway, so yeah, once you get the plugin installed, I got 4.15.1. Sorry, it wasn't 4.15.3. So I'll minimize that, and I'll go into here. Now, other than the VaRest, you need a WAMP server. I use Bitnami, and it seems to work really well. So what it does, I'll go to my settings here. Go to my Zoms MMO. I'm just running tests. Actually, I'm going to close this because it's already up in this one. So you get your username, user ID, login registration key, password, your status, your rank, your level, experience, and experience needed. I added the, oh, and it has your mail too. I added bank and kills. And for some reason, I cannot get these two columns to come through on the PHP and SQL server requests. Anyway, so in the description below, I'm gonna post this file. It's all the PHP documents that you drag into once you install your WAMP server. You go to its install directory, and you look for HT documents or web pages, depends on who you get it through, and you just copy and paste all these into wherever the website host or website files will go into. Once you've done that, it'll install. It'll automatically make the. It'll ask you which database you want it to go through, and it'll ask you a few things. It's really easy to set it up. Set it up so it's 127.0.0.1 for localhost. I'm running localhost right now, and just to give you an idea how this works here. So also in the download, I'm including this whole login systems folder Comes with the blueprints, the map. You don't need to. I'll get rid of the map because that's the map that it'll sign in or it'll go to once you hit the play button. Then the Sparkfire folder. Interesting about this folder is you go into the game instance, and this is where all the magic's happening. And see, you get that static there. Fetch user data. So anyway, what you need to really pay attention to is this server URL variable. It needs to have HTTP : and then whatever you're trying to connect to, the IP address, your host name, whatever you're trying to connect to, /API/. It has to have that or it will not work. I was actually thinking about just putting another append here, and then server URL will just be the IP address or host name. That way, if you forget this and accidentally get rid of it, it will automatically add it for you. So all it does is it goes to the URL that this is created, goes for a JSON request, apply URL, and it comes and it'll send a PHP JSON echo, I guess you could say, to get username, state, rank, level, experience needed, bank, kills. And see, this is what I don't understand. I have bank and I have kills, and for some reason it won't fetch it. So if any of you guys figure out why, that'd be awesome. If it does come in scrambled for you guys, just set or add these variables individually, and down here this is setting your data to be online or offline. I also discovered that this string, this bit of code right here, is how you set the variables. Like you return it, say I don't know, say you kill 50 dudes, it ups your experience level, it ups your rank or your level in general, and you want to return it and send it to the database and save it, so nobody can hack it and change the level on their local save. This is how you do it. Basically, we can just take this and we will you can use this concept, use this URL append, and you go server API key. And so what this is getting is it's setting your status. So that's the column that it's setting, use status, and status equals 2, and then it's either online or offline. And then it sends it back to the server. So we'll close this. Remember to make all these variables. And then in the widgets here, I took the time to do the login. The settings I didn't, and I did the main menu. Sorry Sparkfire, but you sent in a whole bunch of videos, wave files, pictures, sounds, and it just seems that jump from 4.11 to 4.15, it just caused so much mayhem. So I'm going to resend this out in your guys' name. Maybe we can work together and help and try to get this completely error-free. So anyway, I'll show the proof of concept here. First things first, I want to show you in my, whoops, I'll close this, in my database. I deleted all the practice usernames that came in, and it created a couple random ones. So let's see. So what do you do once you have the database going on? You can go 127.0.0.1, and it'll come to the website, and it's the Sparkfire. It'll ask you to log in. Wrong username, password. Anyway, when you do the Bitnami WAMP server, the username for the server itself to go into the PHP admin it's just saved because it's Google. Root, and then whatever the password is you set. It's going to ask for that information when you set up this Sparkfire stuff. So we're going to go to register and let's create a new one, test, and then test at test.com, test. So I'm going to register, and I'm going to forget that. It's asking me to delete the setup directory, but I'm not going to do that until I redistribute this for you guys. So now if I go here and I refresh, it has the test username data saved. It says I'm offline, and then now once you go to login, you can go, let's say test, and this is kind of cool. I like this. It'll tell you your authentication key. You can go up here to stats, and it'll tell you how many players are offline, how many of them are banned, registered, how many servers you got, so on and so forth. Anyway, so I showed you the website part of it, 127, that's your local host number, and it'll come straight to this. You can, if you do your port forwards for port 80 and point your port at whatever computer is hosting your WAMP server, you can actually access this from outside your host. Anyway, so I'm going to minimize that. So now that I created the test, I'm going to hit play. Where are we? Play. So now I can sign in. I'll go test. Sign in. See, now I'm level 1. I got no experience. I built this main menu from complete scratch. It tells me I'm a just average user, no kills, no money, and don't tell me that actually worked this time. If this will blow my mind if it actually retrieved those columns. So now what you can do, I left it so it's running. I left it running. So now I'm going to go back to my PHP admin. And what I do is, like, I can set developer, so I will go to edit inline. And it's going to ask me which one, so I'm going to go here and I'm going to go edit. I'm going to edit test. And you can change your password on them, piss people off if you want to, mind my language. Anyway, so I'm going to go rank. I'm going to say developer. And I have no kills right now, but I'm going to say I have 20 in the bank, 20 in here. So now it's loading, saves, changed me to developer. So now if I go back, because every 5 seconds it refreshes. See, there we go. So now I got developer status. Yeah, see, it didn't change cache or kills, so maybe there is something wrong. I really don't know why. I even added the code line into the get user information.php file. Anyway, so when you log on, changes your status online. So I'll hit play. Okay, maybe I don't have it set up to load the level yet, but I'm sure you guys will be able to find out how to do that. There's quite a few tutorials out there for that, but I'll click exit. See it online, and it should, if I refresh, now that I closed the game, Psalms MMO users. Yeah, now it's offline. So that's actually pretty awesome, and you can change your experience needed and stuff like that. So that's the concept in a nutshell. So like I said, I will include at the downloads this whole login system folder, and as well as the HT docs, all the stuff that Sparkfire, I think they're called. Sorry, I have a really bad memory. I'll include all this in the description below, and anybody that is fluent in PHP and cracks how to set up more columns and more variables for those requests, and it successfully works, please get a hold of me. You can find me on Facebook at southeaststudios.ca. You can find my website, southeaststudios.ca. There's always a way to get a hold of me. Comment below. Let me know. I would be happy to work with you to try to get that completely fixed. But as I showed you guys, it works 4.15.1. So enjoy it. Enjoy it. Ooh, one last thing. Very, very important. Very important. Live UI, widgets, login. Login graph. Where are we here? Server status. If you're having issues, check each widget please for the cast, because it has to cast to Sparkfire game instance, get game instance, cast to Sparkfire game instance, in order for it to fire off those custom uh, custom functions. If you're gonna make your own game instance, you can copy and paste everything out of the previous one, and you can put it into your new game instance, but you have to go to every single widget and cast to that new game instance you created. Okay? If you guys have any issues, comment below. I am totally willing to help you out. But that's all I got for you. So yeah, there you. I will post the link below. Thank you, and have a good night.